She was a beautiful woman, and she made beautiful paintings of battered and bruised women with crucifixes dangling between their breasts. We made small talk before I asked her why, and she took a long drag off of her cigarette, and she told me, knowingly,
women who are beaten, they enjoy the drama. They're attracted to the violence. They love it. If they didn't, they get out of the situation. I know. I've been there.
oh, okay, I get it now. When I was in an emotionally and mentally abusive relationship, it had nothing to do with my low self-esteem. It had nothing to do with the fact that I was young and naive. I was 15 years old. I loved it. Yeah, it makes perfect sense now. Hi there, Mr. Feminist. Have you come to rape me yet? You know I would have let you if I didn't wake up first. Hi there, Mr. Sensitive. Have you come to cross the line that I have to keep redrawing because of your forgetfulness? Hi there, Mr. Strongman. Did you realize I was your spine, but since I walked away, it's back to being gone? Hi there, Mr. Independent. Are you done controlling me? Well, I won't let you anymore because you can't even control yourself. Hi there, Mr. Really Smart. Have you tried to solve your problems yet? Are you still part of the problem, too? Only wanting to smooth things out. Hi there, Mr. Respectful. Did you ask me for my permission? Remember, I told you not to, but it suited you, so you did. Hi there, Mr. Rico Suave. Do you think you know what makes me happy? Well, I do, and it's not you. Lately, all my theories detailing the wrongs of the world have involved man's insecurity of his penis size. And this one is no exception. Like everything else in this world, guitars are built for 6-foot-tall men, which could explain why I can't play a bar chord properly. My hands are too small. Is this a plot to keep women guitarists down? We all know that a guitar is a form of penis compensation for a man. Perhaps they are afraid that if too many women co-opt the guitar solo and master it, they'll have to find another outlet in which to release their insecurities. Expensive cars, for example. So they make guitars too big for a woman to play properly. At least this is my excuse for not being able to play a bar chord correctly. Maybe in reality, I'm just a shitty guitarist. But why the hell are women musicians always being held up to men's standards anyway? I mean, you can often hear people rationalize their prejudice against female guitarists. Dude, I've never heard a chick who can wail and act like a guy can. But we don't hear, I can't think of any men who can play like a woman can. I mean, what is so damn special about playing ultra-fast, wanky-ass guitar solos? This is what women must do to prove themselves competent amongst the male guitar gods. And women who forego the practice of playing masturbatory guitar solos with a high wank factor are dismissed as fair at best. Why? To play quick guitar licks, one does not need creativity. One needs only to master it through practice and repetition. But a woman or man can be a creative guitar player without resorting to wank. I mean, what is the most admirable talent here, people? Speed or creativity? Creativity, of course, because it's rare. I mean, I know I'm stereotyping here, but I think women generally avoid wank, and therefore are not as limited as the wank-bound men are. And they're free to explore their natural guitar playing abilities. Yet people look down upon them because they've been brainwashed with the stupid notion that fast guitar solos are the mark of a great guitarist. But you know what I think? I think fast guitar solos are boring. They tend to write themselves, as they're generally based entirely on the pentatonic scale. I mean, all you have to do is practice for a year or two until your fingers can fly over the frets with great speed. I'm not impressed by that shit, whether it's being played by Lita Ford or some wanker from Van Halen.
Okay, let's start now. Okay, who are your influences?
I'm not telling you, no.
Well, do you consider yourself a punk?
Oh, would you still love me if I said I wasn't?
So you're not?
No comment. I don't want to march. I want to be left alone. I hate people. I don't want to march with them, but I would march for them if I could do it in my room. I'm such a poser. I say I like pranks, but when I say that, I mean I like reading about them. I do them, but I like to be left alone. Damn it. I'll march for you, baby, and I'll prank for you, too, just as long as I can do it all in the comfort of my own home. You have to understand. I don't like subversion with my tea. I like tea with my subversion. You can call me passive, but I don't care. I'll spend days making a voodoo doll in your likeness, and I'll take great pride in sticking pins in it. Call me passive, but I don't think you've ever been accused of thinking too much. I have. So cut the bullshit. Me, sitting in my room, writing, painting, theorizing, or making noise. It's subversive, and I don't care what you say. I don't claim to be a great purveyor of the revolution, but I don't claim to be a robot either. The individual has a certain degree of power, and I am a powerful individual. So fuck you if I'm not social butterfly enough to implement fucking world peace. Just 'cause I'm not planning the assassination of Jesse Helms doesn't mean I'm a selfish human being. I care a lot. I do. Really. That's why I think. That's why I create. Always making excuses for myself, huh? Oh my god. I am so sorry. Everything sucks so far. Just ever since school started, it's just been sucking all my energy, creativity, and motivation, and I owe so many people so many things. I promised so many people so many things. First of all, I promised Jolie this spoken word that I do, and I've just been sitting on it forever, and I need to fucking get it to her because I've been saving her letter forever, and I'm not going to mail it until I mail this tape, so I need to finish this tape, you know what I mean? And everything's sucking so far, and I'm just really sorry about that. It's all school's fault. I have no creativity. I channel all my creativity into my schoolwork. So guess what? I am going to read you a selection from my homework, which I know you really want to hear. Okay. Yesterday I read a story in the paper about a 13-year-old girl in England who committed suicide after years of harassment by her peers who said she was fat. Reading the article made me so sad, and I wanted to cry because it brought back memories of my own experiences when I was that age. I don't know why it amazes me that kids are so cruel, but it does. When I was 13, I was so depressed and thought about death all the time. I don't know how I got through it, since I really didn't have any friends, but somehow I managed, but the scars are still here. Being a geek girl has made me a stronger person on the one hand, but on the other, I can still feel all the insecurities I developed to this day. I don't know if it was worth it. I just think junior high should cease to exist, and all the kids should stay home with their raging hormones and bitchy attitudes until they're ready to come out again. And then this afternoon after class I came home and read the paper, and today there's a story about this 16-year-old boy in Mississippi who got called nerd and fat and was pushed around by other guys. He arrived at school one morning, pulled a rifle out of his trench coat and opened fire, killing 2 kids. And I'm sorry to admit that my first reaction was, yeah! And that provides an excellent segue into am a geek girl.
which originally appeared in my zine at number 12.5, because I'm so lazy I don't even want to write new material. Okay. It all started in the middle of 4th grade when my family moved from a lower class or lower middle class or whatever neighborhood to an upper middle class area. The contrast between schools was upsetting. At my old school, people were nice and judged you by the content of your character. The token bad kid, Spike, was a really sweet boy who liked heavy metal and had one of those tail hairstyles. Kids acted like kids, for fuck's sake. But my new school was full of prissy, spoiled little brats. All the girls had matching outfits, little purses, perms, did their hair, and wore lip gloss. They were big, too. I was about 20 pounds lighter than they were, and at least half a foot shorter. I was the puny, skinny, ugly, smart, not high class enough, weak, person that everyone picked on, so-called immature, as in I didn't like boys or makeup. They called me nose picker, 'cause one day I made the mistake of scratching my nose, and it looked like something else. They tormented me until my mother complained, and the teacher made them all apologize to me. They said they were sorry, and they smiled a sick, superficial smile. How reassuring. In the 5th grade, a couple girls approached me during recess when I was sitting alone under a tree. They said, "Mrs. Elliott is making us ask you to play house with us." I politely declined. So then the teacher herself forced me to play with them. They made me be the maid. They gave me some name like Juanita or something. Racist snobs. In 6th grade, I was in the smart class, so at least I didn't get shit for being smart anymore. The kids in that class were okay, but they did make fun of me all the time for violently hating the new kids on the block. And the end of the 6th grade brings me to junior high, the worst 2 years of my life. I'm of the opinion that junior high should be banned. You don't learn anything there that they don't already tell you in elementary or high school, and the kids are at their cruelest. I was totally harassed everywhere I went, especially sexually. One boy had a habit of feeling me up on the bus, and when I kicked or hit him, he'd laugh. "I like them feisty," he said. Another boy had a theory about the origin of my freckles. See, I was on my period, and the blood bounced off the ground and splattered my face. And then there was a joke about me that I'll never forget. "Who would you rather fuck, Anna or a dog?" A dog. Yeah, anyway. Boys would dare each other to ask me out. Oh yeah, and I can't forget the time Brett Childs spit on me in PE. My dad found out about it, was furious, and he called Brett up on the phone. He wasn't home, so he left a message, and when Brett called back, my dad yelled at him. Turns out that Brett tape-recorded the conversation and brought it to school the next day. Everyone knew by the end of the day. And the girls weren't much better. They looked down upon my Target clothes and unkempt appearance. I mean, granted, I did look terrible. Shit, I even wore clothes to school that I made myself. Once Kelly, the most popular girl in the school, decided to help me out with some advice. "Anna, you should get a tan. It'd make you look more attractive." And we won't even get into the fact that I didn't have breasts, okay? There are 1,000 more junior high stories, but I've blocked out most of them. The whole ordeal killed my self-esteem and made me almost ashamed of my individuality. In freshman year of high school, I was almost invisible, which was a welcome change. Sure, there were many instances of sexual harassment. One guy asked me out, as a joke I'm sure, and when I declined, he told everyone I was a lesbian. I mean, duh, it was boys like him who made me wish I was. Another guy looked at my red hair and asked me if my pubic hair was red too. He harassed me all the time, practically daily on my way to PE, but that's the only thing I remember him saying to me. And a bunch of skaters would eye my underdeveloped body and ask me if I was a boy or a girl. But then, starting the 10th grade, people began to notice me. I became more confident. Like, I would compare my period to Niagara Falls, quite loudly and explicitly, just to make everyone feel uncomfortable, or ask boys if they masturbated, and they all denied it, which was great fun for me, because then I'd harass them for lying. Oh, did I just say harass? Sexual harassment? Whoops! Of course I was still treated like total shit, but it was easier for me to deal with. Everyone knew who I was. I was the freak, and I was the biggest freak because I was even outcasted from the cute freaks. You know, the cute freaks? It's okay that they're freaky because outside of their appearance and faux weird personality, they were just like everyone else. Some of the Green Day loving self-proclaimed punks even admired me from afar. She's different, and she doesn't even have to try to be. No shit, Sherlock. I've been through things your punk ass only wishes happened to you. Anyway, even though I'm writing this in a really detached way, being a geek and going through all this shit has totally shaped who I am today. On one hand, it made me stronger, but on the other hand, I can still feel all the insecurities I developed to this day.
I like TeeVee, 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 I like
Yeah. Okay, Jolie, take it away.
Dear John, it was over a year and a half ago, but people are still talking about it. People are still asking me about it. Why? Are you still bragging? And why are you bragging? I never would have done it if I knew that the highlight of your little boy life was when you slept with me. I never would have gone to your house with you if I would have known that that's what it was going to lead to. Was I just being naive? No way, because you're younger than me. You're just a little boy. You're younger than me, so you can't manipulate me, right? It makes me feel like such a fucking pervert, because you were like a little brother to me before, and I can't look at your sweet, beautiful face anymore because I feel so guilty. But I felt really bad about myself that night, because I let that other boy break my heart, so I guess I just turned to you for comfort. So many of our friends have told me that I took advantage of you, because you were so out of it, you were so drunk. But I really didn't think you'd care, since you barely remember it. I think that you took advantage of me, because I was so vulnerable and feeling sorry for myself and on the rebound or whatever. Yeah, that's my excuse. So what's your excuse, John? I didn't think it would matter. I didn't think that it would have any effect on either of us. Then why is it so hard to be friends with you now? I didn't care. I don't care. And it never really meant anything. So go ahead and call me a whore. Go ahead and tell your friends that I'm easy and that I'm a slut. Because that's what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. But I have to take responsibility for my actions. I guess I just used you because I felt used. How could I be so shallow? Hey, you used me too, but it doesn't make it alright. And I didn't think you'd really care that much, but I guess you did. Because you still talk about it. I mean, you told my boyfriend about it. I guess I do too, though, because I still think about it sometimes and wonder how I could have handled it differently. I could have said no, but I didn't want to. I suppose I just wanted you to want me. I felt wanted. I wanted to be close to you, or someone. I don't know if you remember this or not, but you asked me to go out with you that night, and I never answered you because I knew that it was just the Jim Beam talking. You didn't really want me to be your girlfriend, did you? You know, a simple hug would suffice. I just need a hug sometimes. I just needed someone to hug me. I needed someone to hold my hand and tell me that everything was going to be okay. That I was going to be okay. I didn't need to fuck you. I didn't need to fuck you, so why did I? What made me think that I had to? Because that's what was supposed to happen? Because that's what we were supposed to do? I heard that you told someone. I had a girl in my room. What was I supposed to do? I know it's my fault, too. I didn't have to kiss you back. I didn't have to go up to your room with you. It felt good when we went on that walk, holding hands. I felt better after that. You should have just walked me home. You could have just been a friend. I just wanted to let you know. I also want to let you know that even though this letter is addressed to you, it's not actually for you, it's for me. Maybe it is just to make myself feel better about what I did to you, what I did to myself. And I need to get all this out in the open and out of my system so I can just deal. So maybe it is because I have a guilty conscience. It's all for me, everything. It's all for me. I guess I'm just selfish that way. We were both selfish anyway. Because we should have known better. We should have known that things would never ever be the same. And it's going to be on my conscience for forever. And I wish that I could go back and change things. Don't you, John? Do you? You told my best friend that you didn't feel right about it when you woke up the next morning. Then why'd you do it? Why did I do it and not feel a thing about it the next day? And why do you tell everybody about it? Does it make you feel special? Does it make you feel like a real man? Yeah, you're such a fucking stud now, John. But don't think I'm mental over it or bitter about it, Kay? I can't even look you in the eye anymore. I could tell it's starting to get to you because when I looked at you and our eyes met, you looked away real fast. Feel bad? Good. I'm glad. But at the same time, I feel bad that you feel bad. But I am glad that you do care. And you have to care because there's just so much tension. And sometimes it's worse than other times. I know it, and you know it. We both fucking know it. It's just too hard to forget. But I don't want to talk about it anymore, John. So just get over it. Goodbye. I'm Jolie. She told me that I was cold. Said, sometimes you just seem really cold. Sometimes you seem like you really need a hug. Just because I can't comfort people when they cry. I don't like to see people cry. I thought that if she started crying that I would just lose it and cry too, but I didn't because I guess I'm numb or something. But I didn't know what to do. What am I supposed to do, just hug her or something? But I felt nothing. I didn't even feel sorry for her or anything. So, does that mean that I don't have any feelings now, or what? I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I just sat there with my arms crossed and stared. Does that mean I'm cold? Does that mean I'm heartless? Does that mean I don't have any feelings? I am not sorry. I am not sorry for anything that I've done. I don't regret it. I'm not sorry that I can't feel sorry for you. I'm not gonna throw you a pity party, okay? I'm not sorry for making you cry. I don't feel guilty at all. Not one bit. I'm not sorry that I can't cry for you. I mean, I know you want me to, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. I can't cry on cue like I used to. I don't cry to get my way like you do. Sorry that I'm so cold. I don't mean to be. I thought that's how I was supposed to act. I thought that's how it was supposed to be. I thought that's how it was supposed to feel. I guess I'm just fucked up because I associate love with hate and pain. I guess I just thought that it was supposed to hurt. It hurts to talk to you today. I am sorry that I don't make sense to you and I can't go into detail. And I'm so sorry that I'm not what you expected. Don't expect me to be deep. Don't expect me to be poetic. This is not a poem. This is not a love song. It's just a bunch of fucked up jumbled words because I can't write as fast as I think. And just because I'm the one that walks away this time. And I didn't want to write you a letter just so you can try to figure me out. I don't like to be evaluated, studied, and analyzed. I don't want you to read my words over and over again trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. I already do that enough. When I play back our conversations in my head, dissecting every sentence, every word, I guess I read too much into things. I do it all the time, and it drives me crazy. I know that it was my fault this time, but I don't regret it. I am not sorry for anything. I don't feel guilty about last night at all. I feel so good about it, but at the same time, I feel so fucked up because I don't know how I could be like this. So nonchalant, so cool, calm, and collected. I can't stop thinking about it. I didn't know how to say goodbye to you because I didn't want to. I didn't hug you or kiss you because I didn't know if I was supposed to or if you wanted me to. I went home and crawled into bed to dream about you. And I know that you're not sorry, so neither am I. I am not sorry, and that's all just a great big lie.
Tug on my string and I'll follow. Tug on my string and I'll follow. Tug on my string and I'll follow you around. Little tag along. Little girl, yeah, I'm still a little girl. I keep saying the same things over and over again. Over and over and over again. 'Cause that's all I can think about. 'Cause I know that's all you think about. I know that's what you see when you look at me. Today is my best friend's birthday, but I know that she probably doesn't even care. I haven't even seen her for 2 weeks, and she probably hasn't even noticed that I haven't been over. Happy sweet 16, Babydoll. But I don't care. I know you're getting tired of hearing me say that, but I just don't fucking care. I'm so very cliche. I've said all of this before. When I was 6 years old, I had this little pink bike with pink streamers and a pink banana seat and pink reflectors. It made me so very little girly girl. I used to have long hair, long blue-black pigtails. I was so little girl. I was so very little pretty girl. Now my hair is shorter than my brother's, so now you call me boyish, or tomboy. The other day I was walking down the street, and this car goes by me, and I hear somebody yell, "Dyke," at me. And I liked it. Yeah. I'm a little too butch for you. A little too. Butch for you. I'm a little bit butch and a lot bit bitch. A lot. If I don't wear a dress and high heels, I'm not feminine. And judging his mind, hey, it's okay, you're entitled to your own opinion, and I don't fucking need you anyway. Stupid, pathetic boy worship. I thought that he was so rad. I thought that he was so cool. He's not so cool, he's so not cool. He's not so cool, he's so not cool. My heart is bruised. You know how it feels when you have a bruise and you press on it really hard? That's exactly what my heart feels like every time I think about him. And haven't I said all of this before? It's like deja vu. All this has happened before. This is the exact same scenario that it always is, and none of the scenery has changed at all. It always happens the same exact way, so why don't I ever try to change it? Why do I still go through this? Why do I still go through the whole routine? Why do I always let this happen? 'Cause I like it? I must like it. Do you really think I'm like this? Do you really think I'm this fucking shallow? Do you think I'm really like that? Nuh-uh. I'm not. I'm just playing pretend, as usual. I think I said that already, but seriously, what was I thinking? He's a nice boy with a nice pretty girlfriend and his nice pretty truck and his nice preppy clothes and expensive shoes and lives in a nice neighborhood and in a nice house with nice parents and a garage full of nice cars. Well, isn't that fucking nice? My eyes glazed over. You have tears in your eyes, but they're angry tears because I didn't tell you the truth. You couldn't get to me. You couldn't cut through my tough exterior, tough leather, hard eggshell across my arms in a pouty way. And I play a big bully. Yes, it's all an act. But you still don't know me. I think I said that yesterday. I'm anything but normal, quote unquote. What the fuck is normal? And what makes me so weird? What makes you so normal? What makes me so not normal? Maybe you're the weird one. Maybe you're strange. Maybe you're odd and unusual. Bigger, inflatable, an artificial smile straight from my synthetic heart. I think I'm repeating myself again. What'd I just say? I don't remember. And you like it that way. I feel cold, stone cold. I feel like the rock that you just threw into the lake. I plunge to the bottom. I sink. Admitted to you, I am the lake, and I've evaporated. All that's left is a small, shallow puddle. Mangled and twisted, paper lantern, stardust glitter hair, paper mache face, glass fingers, gold-plated mind, 14-karat gold heart, and diamond eyes. Aneurysm, migraine, you make my head hurt. I cut Glamour Girl out of a magazine. She stares down at me from my bedroom wall. Platinum blonde hair, perfect red, pouting lips, and big, sexy brown bedroom eyes. I wonder why I still wish that I could be that way. I keep talking about this. I keep repeating myself. I say this all the time. I keep talking about this. I keep repeating myself. I say this all the time. 'Cause the whole fucking world revolves around it. Last year, I used to smoke pot with you and your friends because I wanted you to like me. Fucking peer pressure. The THC is affecting and infecting my brain. I'm so fucking glad I put an end to that. I can't change me to meet your standards. I can't make you like me if you don't want to. Stupid boy worship. Just pull the trigger. Bullet embedded in my skin. Pull over so I can pick those pretty flowers. We parked the car out by the bridge because I love to watch the fireflies rise up from the trees at night because I think it's so beautiful. I swear I'll never forget this moment. Everything is so quiet and peaceful, not like it usually is when we're together. I lay on my back and look up at the stars, and I'm so happy. Glow, glow. I'm so low now that I'm back here in the present, remembering now that it is all just a memory. Did it really happen? Did any of that really happen? 'Cause I remember it, but you don't. You just remember all the bad things. You make me sound so fucking bad when you talk to your friends about me. No wonder they look at me like that. I remember everything so differently. Maybe you just don't want to remember. Denial. I don't want to remember it like you do. You can't seem to remember any of those good things, but all I can think about is this fireflies hologram memory. But I let him lead me on. I let him lead me around. He grabs a hold of my chain wallet and leads me around the toy store like a little puppy dog. Tag along. He's got me on a leash. A very short leash. Obey your commands. I sit up and beg and play dead. I do everything you tell me to. I write dead meat across my belly in red lipstick 'cause it looks like blood. Cherry wine, red meat. Red dead meat, dead me. You make me feel like I'm dead because I have no feelings for you. I have no feelings for you, but you still have control. You still have control of me. You still have control of me. You still have a hold of me, and you know it. You know it. And I know what that smirk on your face means. You smile that dumb fuck, syrupy, sticky, fucking sweet smile. It means you think that all this is so funny. It's funny that you keep me hanging on. I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. You still tug my string. You still tug my string, and I still follow. And I still follow. I still follow you. I can't let go. You still tug my string, and I follow you. Okay.
What's your name? John.
John what?
Keen.
What's your middle name?
Joseph.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. How old are you?
17.
When's your birthday?
2/23/81.
When?
2/23/81. My birthday was last month.
Okay, do you know you have a fan club?
Huh?
A fan club?
Fan club?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Those little West Side girls that follow you around.
Oh, yeah. I sure do.
That'd be funny. I can't think of anything to sing. Okay, what bands do you listen to? Insane Clown Posse?
Some. I don't really like a lot of their music. It's alright. I don't know, I listen to everything. I listen to rock, rap, everything.
Don't you watch wrestling?
Yeah, every Monday usually.
Did you see it when that one guy got in that fight with Mike Tyson? I don't know who they are. I saw it.
Stone Cold and Mike Tyson, yeah. I was at the one after that.
Really? Why?
Huh? I don't know, go there and have some fun. So what's this interview for?
Oh, my fan thing. I'll show you the new one. Oh, no, I won't. Okay, here it is. You can't read it.
Alright.
I'll give you a copy of the one when this one comes out, but it won't be out till June.
When's June?
It's March, okay? March, April, May, June. That's 4 months. That's a long time, ain't it?
Yeah, why you wait so long to bring out your little things?
I don't know. But I was gonna interview you for this one, but I never saw you.
Cool.
What are you looking at?
It's everything on your walls.
What else do you listen to?
I like old corn, not new corn.
Why?
I don't know, I just don't like them no more.
Did you ever like Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, I like Marilyn Manson now. I never
Yeah.
used to. I like him now though.
Did you go see them?
I never been to a concert.
Really? That's sad.
I'm poor. I can't afford nothing like that.
Why did you quit McDonald's?
Because I didn't make enough money.
What money are you making now?
I have, but I get paid and I just blow it in like a day, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
So it's just more or less wasting my time.
How come you don't hang out with Lynn anymore?
Because he's a bitch and he hangs with all the preps.
I noticed. Who do you hang out with then?
I hang out with Dogman and Jason.
The dog catcher?
Yeah. And my cousin Jason, that's about it. Mexican Dave.
And your brother?
Yeah, and my little brother.
He calls me the creature of the night.
Does he?
You know he does.
The creature of the night.
That's not funny. You think that's funny?
You know who the creature of the night is?
No.
The Undertaker.
What do you think of my brother? What do you think of Joseph?
Huh?
What do you think of Joseph?
He's cool.
Didn't he threaten you?
Yeah, he jumped my ass.
Really?
But I didn't care, I was high.
Is that what you ever do?
Just get high.
How's come?
There ain't nothing better to do in this town.
Well, okay. Huh?
I like Star Wars.
Oh.
I collect Star Wars
Do you
shit.
really? I collect Barbie, can you tell?
Yeah, I've seen all the Barbie shit. Where did you get Sailor Moon doll at?
At the mall?
Where?
Huh?
Which one?
In Muncie, at KB.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got me one of those.
What do you want one for?
I like Sailor Moon.
That one would cost me $3. Because there weren't any more left.
I like watching that show. I used to stay up all the time, all night, so I could watch it like 5 in the morning.
Really? Why didn't you just get up early to watch it?
Just to stay up all night and get high.
Oh. Oh yeah. What color are you wearing?
Nautica.
This was like a magazine.
Yeah, it's probably because it's...
Did you take a magazine and rub it against your shirt?
No, I wear that expensive shit that's in those magazines. It's
How's
like,
come?
No,
I
because
thought you were
girls
poor.
like it. I am, but
You look like La Cologne. God, they keep messing with
I
stuff.
am poor, but it's pocket size.
What?
It's pocket size.
Is it?
Yeah. It's
Did you steal it?
Walked out.
Where'd you steal it from, Roscoe?
Yeah. It was like $75 for a bottle of it.
Really?
I was like, yeah, I ain't paying that. It's cheaper if I put it in my pocket and walk out.
You're funny. Is that a tattoo?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I want to.
What's it supposed to be?
blue sign.
Where'd you get it for? When?
A few months ago. This is just something that looked cool at the time that I wanted.
Who did it, Scott?
Hell no.
What'd you say?
I said, hell no.
What did you say that for?
I don't know. I would.
He gave Joe the tattoos, messed it all up.
There's only one person that gave me a tattoo.
Who?
George Edwards.
Who's that?
He used to live right over there on Columbia Street, but now he lives down behind Packasack. Those big apartments where all his essays live. He lives up there, but he does he got all the professional stuff, so you don't get AIDS and stuff like that.
Would you ever get a piercing?
No, because it bothers me too much. I don't know, I can't, because I pierced my lip, and it's just too much having a piece of metal through my lip, and I'm about to pass out. My ear's pierced.
Really?
My mom made me get my ear pierced when I was in 4th grade.
She made you?
She took me out. I didn't want to. I didn't think I thought I looked like a sissy. Yeah, because after that I thought it was cool wearing earrings for about 4 or 5 years. So I was in 8th grade and I quit wearing it.
Hi.
What's up? I was like,
He didn't threaten you.
huh?
He didn't threaten you.
No, it's been cool to me ever since he told me not to get shitty with Joaquin.
You stop messing with that.
Huh?
Stop it.
My mom's got one of these.
So?
Just like it.
Really? Does it have my
It's
picture?
not.
It's me. Don't look at me.
Nuh-uh, for real?
Yes, it is.
Whoa. I thought it was Lance Morissette.
Shut up. That's not funny. That's mean. What do you like wrestling for?
Because entertainment, yeah. Why do people like soap operas? It's about the same thing.
I couldn't tell you.
I just something to watch on Monday nights.
Okay.
But I've been watching ever since I was a little kid, though.
I stopped watching it when I was a little kid.
I always liked it. I'm into wrestling. I like it. People say it's fake. It makes me mad because.
You don't think it's fake?
Yeah, I mean I know it's fake, but just let it alone. Because I know it's fake, but I just I just deep down inside I just want it to be real. It looks real. Let it be real. Don't tell me it's fake. It makes me mad.
Right.
I hate Arthur.
Why?
Because he's always on that stupid religious channel, like channel 12 or
It's not a
something.
religious channel, it's PBS.
Oh, I thought it was a religious channel.
Talk.
Hi, I'm Arthur. I love to read. You're my best friend. Things were fuzzy before I got glasses. I love my dog
The
pal.
next one's funny.
That tickles.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Let's say, that John, he's a cool cat.
Yeah, he likes wrestling. He's really cool.
He's a happening cat. Really up with things in the 90s.
You can't remember anything though, because he was high.
This sucks. Curfew's in an hour. I'm still in mine here.
Yep.
Usually I walk around. If I walk around, I'll walk around just a little bit past 11. So I'm always afraid them motherfuckers are gonna pick me up. Because usually they do. If it's Bernhardt, he don't waste no time. He pulls over right away. What's up, Mr. Keene? I'm like, oh my god.
I think it's funny when he tried to bust the cane when I was with him. About my ID. He had his flashlight out, shining in her face.
One night, me and my mom and my brother's walking, he pulls up and he's like, ooh, got some curfew violators. My mom goes, oh yeah? She goes, where? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you guys were some curfew violators. My mom goes, that's what you get for thinking.
When I was 15, the police thought I was 18. Which now they think that I'm younger.
How old are you now?
19. I'm going to be 20 in June.
That's what my cousin is.
I'm old, ain't I?
Older than me.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Yeah, for real. I'm only 17.
I know, you told me that 3 times already.
Really?
Yeah. We quit that. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? I guess the interview's over. Unless you have anything else to say.
Peace out.
Live in my bedroom, a song special for you. Come over here, won't hurt you much. Think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know what this is about. You've got me right where you want me. You think my addictions control me. You don't know much about me. You got no reason to doubt me. I know what you read. I know what it said. You should have me instead. I guess you were misled, so come over here. I'm not gonna hurt you much. Think you know what I'm talking about. Think you know what this is about. Sometimes I have cryptic dreams. The meaning isn't always what it seems. I'll say as if I ever see you by some weird luck on the street. You better duck. Come over here. I'm not gonna hurt you much. Think you know what I'm talking about. Think you know what this is about. You got me right where you want me. You think some stupid addiction controls me. You never did anything for me, but I know you really adore me. Come over here. Not gonna hurt you much. Think you know what I'm talking about. Think you know what this is about. I know what you say you read. I know what you say it said. Maybe you should ask me instead, but what does it matter? You're pretty much dead. Oh, come over here. I won't hurt you much. Think you know what I'm talking about. Think you know.
Jolie, this is Nicole. Louisa's here with me, and she's gonna read the questions to me to make the interview better. One for me, one for you. We're eating some gum.
Jenny sent us cootie gum.
It looks like the game Cootie.
Next time we give them cooties, but there's gum inside. Not everybody can hear us eating it. It's like not have a flavor specified. It's cootie flavor. Okay. So I'm gonna read the questions. What's your name?
Nicole,
What's your age?
20.
What's your birthday?
February 6th, 1978. Also, let's go through this one again.
Do you know who else's birthday that is? Ronald Reagan.
And you know who else?
Axl Rose.
Yup. And you know who else?
Who?
Francois Truffaut and Bob Marley.
Good birthday.
Yup. Who's born on your birthday?
Shut up, it's the day that Abraham Lincoln posed for the portrait on the $5 bill. You can't help that. It's a fact. Somebody else was born on my birthday. I can't remember who. But,
I know, like, from...
Eugene's birthday is the day before my birthday.
And you know who's the day after my birthday before Eugene? Who? David Berg.
Wait, so it's you, David Berg, Eugene, me?
Yeah, I think you'll know somebody on the show.
That would have been a week of fun.
That's the week of champions.
So it would be me and Eugene, and you and David Berg.
Well, you know.
Eugene's my secret boyfriend, too. I wish. No, I really don't wish. This is inappropriate for anybody to hear. Okay. Sorry. Okay, that was an inappropriate thing for me to say. I was just kidding. We are long broken up and it is over. I got a woman. Anyway, Nicole's got nobody. I got a girlfriend. Okay. When did you start playing the guitar? Wait, what are your favorite colors?
Oh, my favorite colors are red, black, light blue.
And sparkles.
What? That was kind of a joke.
That was kind of a joke. What's your middle name?
Witty?
What the fuck kind of a name is that?
It's freaking Norwegian or some shit. So like,
Oh yeah, I forgot I know because I'm in her family, but you needed to know, so we had to stage that.
it's spelled W-I-T-T-E.
But it's not wit, it's witty. And it's not witty like, hey, that was witty, it's witty like a name, because it's Norwegian and you can just deal with it.
And it's not pronounced like Y. Long I can really.
Anywho,
I'm so close.
any nicknames you've got besides Coleslaw?
Fuck you.
When Nicole was in 3rd grade, her and her sister, they made up her nickname and it was Coleslaw, and on her door it said Coleslaw's lair, beware.
And what did it say in your diary?
In my diary it said, the coolest nickname I've ever heard of would be Coleslaw, because her name is Nicole Slaw.
Except nobody really called me that, and my older sister Claire came up with the nickname, not me.
Yeah, and the nickname that came up for me was Lusty Louisa.
We don't have to talk about that.
I was upset. Moving on. Also, people, that's not interesting. Okay, when did you start playing the guitar and writing?
I think I was 16.
I think she was a little older. But anyway.
It doesn't matter. If I was older, fine. Then
It was junior year.
It was summer before junior year.
Okay.
Summer before junior year, like, we, like, busted my dad's acoustic guitar, like, out of the attic. And my older sister learned how to play, like, Losing My Religion, like, on the guitar.
Oh my god.
And she, like, except we had, like, the sheet music, but we didn't have all the sheet music.
That's the saddest story I've ever heard.
She learned how to play, like, part of it. And so
Wow.
She was like, here, I know A minor and E minor, I'll, like, show you these chords. And she showed me A minor and E minor, and I just, like, played those 2 chords, A minor, E minor. And I, like, looked in, a guitar chord book to try to find a chord that looked easy that might go with those 2 chords. And I was like, D minor, that looks pretty easy. So I learned how to play D minor. And, yeah. So, like, I took E minor and A minor and D minor, and I just did this, like, chord progression, and it turned into that song, Taylor, that's on Tang, and it's on Don't Bother. And that was the first song I ever wrote. But before that, you know, I always wrote songs when I was in, like, elementary school. And we had, like, you know, a Casio. And so I'd, like, yeah, like, keyboard. Not like one of those Casio, like, guitar keyboards. I wish we had one of those.
I had one of those. I did.
It wasn't even.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
But you keep moving right along.
When did you decide to record stuff, and what have you released so far? Did you record stuff back then just to, like, see what it sounded like, or did you just sit there strumming away at 3 in the morning with people going, like, what's that fucking noise?
No, I think I, like, recorded some stuff and I'd listen to it and see how it was.
You hated it?
It was hard.
I know where the ashes are.
Shut up, I recorded that song. That's on,
I know.
it's on Picture That.
No, I'm talking about, I was, like, down the hall, and I would hear this, oh, my ashes, I don't know what the ashes are. I'm kidding, I'm making this whole thing up. Yes.
But I like that song. I mean, it's just like that. One gets to know that it's the ashes of my soul.
She's really kidding. I know what they are.
I know, but,
I don't think you want to admit that for fear.
I don't either, but, like, no one's gonna get what that song's about anyway, because it only makes sense to me.
Anyway. So when did you decide to record stuff, like, for, like, to release as opposed to, like, torture yourself?
I think it was summer before senior year. Summer
Basically, like, after we started Pass the Buck?
Yeah.
You started Pass the Buck when you were a junior? That's not true. No, we started it when you were a senior because it was the summer after 8th grade was the convention, so we started it. So you didn't decide to release anything before senior year?
Summer after senior year.
Okay. She was a senior, I was in 8th grade.
God, I think I did start playing guitar when I was 17, summer after that.
Thank you. I knew that. I knew that was true. It's true. I promise you it's true. Because, like, the whole, like, time with you having the, like, busted out guitar was when I was in 7th grade and Claire was, we both need ginkgo. Nicole needs Viagra. For her man. Because he doesn't have one. She needs a lot of Viagra. Anyway, so, well, Nicole, you should talk about how, like,
What's the question?
no, it's when did you start recording stuff? But listen to me. When Lucky Tiger started recording stuff, it didn't matter how awful we were because we had a whole different, like, egos about, like, the obscenity. Whereas, like, you were doing something that, like, you didn't, like, you weren't, like, modeling anything directly at all.
What?
Your music, when you started playing it, was scarier because it wasn't, like, we were, like, imitating stuff, like, way back when because we were just terrible. Like, so that's a lot scarier, and it's a lot harder to be like, I'm gonna put out a tape of this thing that, like, you don't think anybody's gonna like or ever want to hear and is totally incompetent and, like, but, you know, and, like, know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but it was summer after senior year.
How did you get up the guts to put out some piece of crap? I'm kidding.
Because it was important to me. Because honestly,
That's really good.
it is good because I was like writing this shit and I was like, you know, maybe there's like some like freak show high school girl who can like relate to this because most of the lyrics on like my first EP was stuff that was written in high school. Like a lot of it was written like a long time before I wrote the song. Like the lyrics I wrote, like I mean I changed.
See, I didn't start writing lyrics that were embarrassing until 8th grade because, like, you know, the, like, first incarnation of Lucky Tiger that doesn't count as Lucky Tiger. I don't think what's embarrassing. Well, I think it's embarrassing, but I don't care about it because it wasn't. I'm saying it wasn't putting yourself out. It was just like I want to be cool and like it was a self-esteem builder, but it was just like insanity and being like making fun of popular people. So it's like not really embarrassing. It's just because it's totally understandable why I was at that place when I was 12 and 13 years old. But I'm saying it's not the same thing because I didn't have to get my head around putting out a song that was dissing on a popular person because obviously that was just an ego booster. How did you get your head around putting it out? So I'm trying to make the interview better.
Because it was important to me. What the fuck else did I have going?
I understand. Because, like, that's the thing, like, it gets embarrassing, but, like, once it's important enough to you, like, you can get your head around it. That's what I was trying to get to about, like, after that thing, like, it was hard for me.
It was embarrassing as all hell. I mean, but people actually responded.
That's good, because your kind of music is, like, you wouldn't know, especially when you were younger in high school. You would have no clue that anyone would possibly be responsive to it, because it's, like, you don't even have a category for that kind of music, because it's, like, so, like...
I mean, and we're talking specifically about the first tape. Like, now my music is more, like,
accessible. Okay. So, what have you released so far?
First tape was Don't Bother. It was supposed to come out summer before my freshman year. It was supposed to come out summer 96, but, like, I didn't get my act together. And it was kind of bad because we listed it in the very first Pass Buck catalog, even though it wasn't out yet, and then some people ordered it and we didn't have anything to send them.
We have learned from that.
We've learned from that. Like, we are the quality DIY label. We do not anymore, like, stuff that people cannot actually get if they order it. Like, that we got it together, but we got it all taken care of. But anyway, I mean, we eventually sent people stuff. But that came out winter 96, and that was, like, a 15-minute EP was launched from, like, the depths of high school as hell. And then, like, that spring, I did the 6 Hours EP.
Really? Spring of freshman year. Yeah. That was last year. Oh, that's not bad. That's about a year ago. God, this stuff, like, time passes weird.
I know, it does have, like, I know exactly what you mean. But anyway, which was, like, some of that shit was, like, really old. Like, one of those songs is the second song I ever wrote, but there was other stuff.
What song?
pretty one. It's got pretty.
I know.
Yeah, I know that song. But
Yeah, but you're doing an interview.
you notice it's the same chords basically as Taylor, except I did all these weird modifications on them because like I didn't know real chords, so I just like make up shit. But anyway, it's basically very similar to Taylor. But anyway, I recorded that, and then that fall, Tang Volume 1 came out, which was a split tape between fall.
This Fall 97.
Fall 97, Tang Volume 1 came out. One side was Louisa's acoustic debut, and the other side was like me doing more of my stuff, more making songs in.
6 Hours is her Rebel Girl.
Yeah, 6 Hours is going to be my Rebel Girl, because if I do a 7-inch, I'm probably going to re-record it again, because it's like the hit, and it's like everyone's favorite song, and like I'll do it, like I'd like to do a better version, like stuff, but we'll get to that later. But anyway, and then after that, this winter, I released 54321, and also last fall, I had 2 songs on the Pink Lemonade Affair soundtrack, and I kind of think of that as like the important part of my discography. Like those songs are really on that, and it's like 2 songs. And obviously I have stuff on other comps, like like all my ego.
So, moving on. What are your songs about? What do you generally write about? Is it my ear?
No. The old songs were about I'm in high school and I'm miserable and like let me explain.
And she's like socially incapable.
Yeah, like I think Taylor speaks for itself. That's like how my high school was. My newer songs are about like lots of different kinds of stuff. It's still about like one of the main themes is the fucked up stuff that goes on in my head.
That's a good theme.
And fucked up people I come in contact with.
Also a good.
And fucked up things that happen.
I wrote songs about that.
Yeah, I know it's a good theme. 54321 was like about my relationship.
Where'd the title come from?
The title is a crass reference.
I know that. I thought other people might want to know it. Could you sing it?
No. Oh, I've got my phone with me. What? That's enough of that. It's a reference, and it makes sense to me, and maybe it won't make sense to anybody else. But and then like there's another crass reference.
Hot.
Crass.
Talk a little bit about the themes in 54321 lyrically. And music.
It's mainly about music and my relationship to music and other people's relationships to music and the fan star dynamic and the listener dynamic, various things. And it's not really like, one thing I worry about with that case is that people are gonna like my number one fear with everything, people aren't gonna get it and they're gonna think it's something that's not what I mean. And it's cool if like somebody has their own definition. That's what I mean. If somebody has their own interpretation of a song that works for them and that's not what I was thinking of, that's like totally cool. But like if people think I mean something that's like the anti what I mean.
I have that fear too.
Yeah, but a lot of the songs aren't like, I mean obviously Fuck the Scene's like very basic what the point is. But a lot of the other songs it's not really like they have like a point, it's just describing where I'm at. And observations and insights that I have.
Can you compare like the way that you constructed a thematic album? Can you compare it to another album or something, like the way, you know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about Dig Me Out? Well, you all know how Dig Me Out kind of, not that my album was like modeled after Dig Me Out,
not at all, but it came together constructed in a way that was similar or something.
I find
it has similar themes.
It's weird. It's almost like,
I mean, in a lot of ways the themes are completely different. There's like some of the themes are like very parallel. The music.
A diptyque.
It doesn't form a diptych. No, it doesn't.
Tiger and Lion. Diptych right about a lot of stuff. Talked for 5 hours about this, but we're like, we rambled on for like 50 million years. my songs in high school were about, I'm a fucked up high schooler and I'm miserable and I've got like all these fucked up things about me and let me share them with you. And I'm... That's a reference. Something. And, you know, obviously my songs have changed, but some of the main themes are the fucked up things going on with my head, the things that are fucked up about me, fucked up people I know, and fucked up things they do to me. Those are like some pretty classic good themes.
I have similar themes.
Yeah. And 54321 is, that tape, that album, is very much focused around my relationship with music, various facets of that relationship.
Like, Dig Me Out.
Well, it's, you know how Dig Me Out, like, the way that music figured into, this sounds fucked up.
It's okay, it's okay.
No, I need to say, this sounds fucked up because it sounds like I'm comparing myself to Sleater-Kinney, and I'm really, really not. But, in terms of, like, the way themes, like, permeate
In an album. Yeah, like, the way an album is constructed thematically, the way it things tie together and so forth.
Yeah, because 54321 was very constructed like that, you know, and like the covers I did for that I stuck in the middle, because like there's that's me working through, not working through so much, but addressing, explaining. Don't rest my phone on the fan star thing, the musician listener thing, and how I fit in. Not that like I'm the star who has fans, but in terms of like
yeah, that's another like thing that's kind of funny.
But
like I'm your fan and stuff. Cause like, what if someone thinks that's about you? What if someone thinks you're like empathizing with them?
Yeah, like when I'm talking about playing a show and I've never played a show in my life.
Well, yeah. Maybe they think you do. And why don't we just drop this? I was just thinking it's kind of funny because like
some people say that Rebel Girl is about Kathleen, and that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it is.
I know, I've read that in many Rolling Stone books. But anyway, moving right along. I also read in a Rolling Stone book that I'm Not Waiting is about not wanting to be a riot girl anymore.
Because she's not waiting to be a woman, not a riot girl.
I know, really. That's always what I thought it was about.
But anyway.
I'm kidding.
Anyway, so 54321 totally has the fan star musicians listener, how that plays into my life, how that plays into other people's lives, and like weaving through like most of the songs. And
the theme of the new Lucky Tiger album is Eugene.
Oh man, I really don't care. That's not.
It's not really true. It's just kind of true. It's kind of a funny joke.
But anyway. And I mean, and I did some covers with them. And because music is like obviously like a really, really, really important thing to me. And other people's music have fit into my life, and I literally did 2 covers on that of people whose music has been really important to me. Because when I was a nerd girl, when I was like 13, 14.
It Might Be Giants was like the band, me too, but only because I was like admiring Nicole, which is kind of weird considering what a loser she was, but still.
Sometimes, honestly, there are sometimes people younger than me, also not named, who like admire me. I don't know if they admire me.
That boy who made you those computer games. You should write about that in Tag. That would be funny.
Man, I should.
Have like a page or something to fill, like in addition to the intro or something, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way to use it would be.
Nicole's the nerd boy who's but that's not who I was
moving right along.
About younger people who like look up to me for like the wrong reasons. So Louisa, this is gonna suck because it's gonna be like hot fuck, like hot fuck.
It's okay. It's okay. You should DIY that way.
Okay,
It's okay. DIY.
So anyway, I covered. They Might Be Giants. I was a big They Might Be Giants fan. I remember going to a concert when I was 14, and me and my friends were all crowded in front, and Nicole like touched us from the past. Yeah, we were like reaching out. I like touched his arm, and I was like, "Oh my God, I touched his arm!" And it was like ridiculous. And so it was very fitting for me to cover that, and also it's fitting to me because it's interesting because of the kind of band They Might Be Giants is, and how everyone's like, "Oh, they have a quirky like." They're the quirky, funny band, and I think Anna Ang is like a beautiful song, and I think the lyrics are like great. And I think to cover it like totally like straightforwardly, acoustically, it puts a different spin on things. And I think it like illuminates some things about that band because I mean the thing is I have big nostalgia for that band. I still enjoy that band. I went to a show this fall and it was like a great experience. The audience, they were all like nerds and they were all like having fun and like giving me lollipops and shit. Yeah, someone gave me a lollipop and it was all nice.
At my third They Might Be Giant show when I was in 7th grade with Emmy and Nell, it was like my first show without parents, and I went and these people gave me plastic like farm animals and it was like so They Might Be Giant experience. It was so cool.
I know, like I mean that was just nice because you know like when I go to shows usually people like think they're too cool, but like if They Might Be Giants they know they're not too cool, so it was like great. And it was a good time. And then obviously Elliott Smith is like my favorite things right now, and I mean my relationship to the music of Elliott Smith is very different from how my relationship to They Might Be Giants was, but comparing them in my own head in terms of like the big focus of your musical fanship or what the fuck ever, like it works for me and it's not gonna make sense to anyone else, but hey, it's like holds the album together. And yeah, and I'm maybe gonna do a 7-inch.
That's fat. Okay. What do you plan on doing in the future musically? I know you're gonna, that if we can get the money together after the Lucky Tiger split with the Pill and the Lucky Tiger record, that we're gonna put out a Nicole 7-inch. But what else? You plan to continue putting out tapes like as you continue to write songs?
Fuck yeah, I plan on continuing this indefinitely.
Because it seems to me that you're not, I mean, this is not the kind of thing where you like are going from one band to another or something because it's like, this is what you do. It will evolve, but it's not like you're gonna be like changing your name or something.
No, I think I'm gonna keep doing this.
Okay. So, who's Rebel Scum? What's going on with that project? I can answer this as well as Nicole. Rebel Scum is Louisa on drums and guitar interchangeably, Tara on drums and guitar and tambourine and singing, and I sing and walking. Okay, here's the deal. Rebel Scum is Nicole, Louisa, Emily, and Tara. We all play all of the above. Tambourine, maraca, vocal, scream, walkie-talkie, drumming, guitar, bass booster, micro jammer, and
yeah, stuff like that.
It's no, I don't. It's the what's going on with that project. Rebel Scum has the thing which is called Super Crack and Fuck the EP. That's all you can know. It's the punk rock, space punk.
We are the defenders of space punk. We are the classic defenders of space punk.
Featured are the Princess, the Hooch, and Chewie.
Who's Julie? Who's Emily?
We'll figure that out. And
we all have official positions.
I'm the Hooch, aka Han Solo.
And I'm the princess.
That's self-explanatory. Tara is simply Chewie.
That's all you can know for now. You're just gonna have to wait.
Pasha. So, who do you admire and why?
God, I covered some of the people I admire. I admire Louisa.
Do you want me to go on?
No, I want to keep doing people I admire. That's a good one. I admire the people I've mentioned before, Katie and Hannah and Phil. I admire Steph as the Super 8 underground thing taken up into the 21st century.
I like Teresa's hair.
I like Teresa's hair too, actually. I admire Katie a lot because she is the constant quality. Jolie.
Who's the hottest person in the team? I'm not kidding. I think that Katie and Jolie and Teresa are very hot.
Yeah. I'm not going to answer this question.
I'm not like...
No, I know. They're all hot.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, but then again, it's like everyone in the team is pretty hot.
That's not true. Oh, God, no! No, I was not thinking of anybody. It's the people I hate. When I said that, the people I hate are all not hot.
But the people that she hates, she's not saying like people that are annoying. She's saying people who like say messed up things and like
like, here's a tip for people. If you fuck me over, I am not your friend, and so don't, like, put me on your thank you list. Thank you.
Long, what's your opinion on Viagra?
No, can we please go back to people I admire before we get to this?
People Nicole admires. She admires her friend Soleil. She is an artist. She admires
I admire
all of the
Tara.
people.
I admire Tara and Emily. I admire, like, I'm gonna bust out with the cliches because it's true. I got mad respect for Kathleen Hanna.
You gotta give mad props to Kathleen Hanna. I don't care if everybody does it. It's just a fact.
It's just a fact. I give mad props to, like, Lois because she's nice.
She is the least intimidating, like, person.
Not that I talked to her, but, like, the week ago.
Like, just for, like, a second, but it was, like, she's, like, not scary. She's not, like, I mean, not to, like, disown other people or something, like, to say that they're bad, but, like, she in particular, like, doesn't make you feel weirdly when she's bad.
The whole slam scene, Pete and Rachel, I admire them.
They're hot, too.
That was a disgusting sound you could make.
Breaking the law. Not a me law.
I admire
Pansy Division.
Division.
I admire John Waters for, like, transcending some boundary that I didn't know, like, was transcendable, like, way back in the 70s of, like, alternate reality where, like, it's okay to be fat and, like, gay even though it's 1970.
I admire,
He is a talented guy.
I admire, Dora. I don't know where that's going. I admire Tom Waits. What's the question? Is it who you admire? All the people I listen to. I admire Elliott Smith because he's, like, one of the best songwriters in the world. I admire,
You admire Seth a lot.
I admire Seth a lot, but I already said that.
Seth and Katie are great.
Are, like, big people I admire. A lot. And Jolie. But I already said that, too. And, yes, I already covered that, so I covered the whole fucking pamphlet on it.
Oh wait, you covered, because we always talk about, like, the people who run the labels, we always talk about how we admire Seth and Katie and Jolie and how they're, like, all great and run these great labels.
If we just skip somebody, I am sorry. I admire Emerald because he takes it up a notch.
Bam! Anyway, who else do you admire?
Oh god, this is a good question.
Nicole admires Bell Hooks.
I admire Audre Lorde. I admire
Adrienne Rich.
And Zildua and Adrienne Rich. And I admire Linda Berry. Nicole, stop reading all your books. Those are all the books I have read.
She admires Bill Clinton because he is the president, and that takes stride.
I admire
and Viagra.
Yes.
Nicole admires the man who created Viagra. Jesus Christ, Nicole. Wait, is it 2? Oh, it's 12:45.
I got. Oh fuck! I admire the Peaches because they are.
I admire the Peaches because they are all
like
so
I
hot.
so like I literally like admire them.
Rob is hot.
Chris.
Carlos is hot. Molly's hot.
And Chris.
Chris in the red shirt.
Louisa, fucking stop breaking the law over there. Stop it.
I admire Pansy Division immensely.
I said that I admire Tribe 8 immensely. Tribe 8
Talk about being brave. Because they risk a lot of stuff for doing what they do.
Oh, brave! I thought you said brave.
Yeah, Tribe 8, like, played at that rave I was at last week. And I was like,
yeah, I know we all
it's your butt. Hey, do you want to watch Emerald 2?
Yeah, I do actually.
Like, we'll be done with this and it'll be, like, really happy.
That'll be great. Maybe we can have something hot. Frick, I admire...
Hurry up this, though, before that tape runs out.
I admire, like, all the bands everybody loves. I, like, admire them all. It's true. I admire The Need because they're, like, breaking through and I love them. I
want to do an interview.
I know. I admire Kicking Giant because She's Real is, like, the best song. Freaking, oh god, you know what, I have so many people I admire, and I, like, give them mad props to all of them. I admire the band that was Heaven to Betsy because they changed my life. I admire, like, you know, like, okay, that's about enough.
Okay.
I admire, like, my mom and stuff.
This is a hard question, I think we should skip it. what's your opinion on Riot Girl?
I'll give the short answer. There were a bunch of zines and bands that were affiliated with Riot Girl back in the day.
When it was still being defined, or not defined, but back before there were preconceived notions about it. Before there were as clear, free, like...
Before it was as much of a chunk as it is now. I think so.
Back when there was hope.
Yes. Back in the day, I think you all know.
Back in the day, in the early 90s,
back in the day, a bunch of bands and zines changed my life and opened my mind. I don't mean that in a cliche way. I mean literally made me see possibilities, made me understand new ways to be and think. Introduced me to books that changed my whole ideologies about life, and that was very important to me. And it changed who I am, and it made me a person, and made my life better. And it did that for a lot of girls. And so that's what I'm going to talk about. And that's all I'm going to say for now, because I'm not even going to go into the rest of it. Do you really want, Nicole's, the 5-hour, director's cut talking about Riot Girl?
You know, they are re-releasing Titanic, 5 hours. But the thing is, for the record, me and Nicole aren't going to have a, are you pro or anti-Riot Girl now, talk, because that's just not how we deal with the issue.
There are some people who still self-define as Riot Girl.
And that is fine.
I don't personally, in the present tense, if someone said, are you a Riot Girl, I don't define myself as that.
And neither do I, and I did.
In terms of the present tense, that's not a meaningful label to me right now in terms of what's going on in the present tense. In terms of Riot Girl as an entity, it has very much influenced
and been incredibly important and significant.
And so I do identify with it in that sense, but not I would not say I am a Riot Girl.
Okay, plug your zine and your label and any other projects you may be doing.
Well, man, I do Silver Rocket Zine.
Last issue coming out. Get it while it's hot.
Interview with Jolie in it. Pictures. $1 plus 3 stamps, or a nice thoughtful trade. Word is, I do trades. No, I gotta say this because I'm gonna say
if you have this zine and you're just gonna be there and go in circles about how the dumb kids are getting too much credit or something, they're getting in some classes the dumb kids who aren't in good classes, and also some affirmative action is reverse discrimination and stuff, then you probably shouldn't trade with her because you're not gonna get anything.
If you do a zine, and
the way that sums it up is in her zine when she said you're crappy racist, slapped together in 2 seconds. Thank you. That's not gonna cut it. Bye.
If it doesn't, and I mean, obviously, I am not the queen who can determine, measure how much effort you put into it. But if it seems to me you did not put much effort into it, or if it seems to me you are an asshole, I'm probably not gonna trade with you.
If you say you didn't put much effort into it, she's not talking about it doesn't look to me like you spent a long time with your layout. She is. Or anything, and it doesn't really have to do with time. If you do one of those one night what's on my mind zines or something, that's not not what she's talking about. If it's fucked or there's no soul, or you're doing it just.
If you're here's my zine, I really don't care about it, but I like to say that I do a zine, and so I can get some free zines, even though I really don't give a rat's ass about what I'm doing, and
I'm not gonna read what you wrote in your zine either, but thank you for it. It was pretty.
You're not, and I
liked that it said girl power in it.
And I am not going to read what you said or respond to the points you make or anything like that. But we can keep trading, and it could be all we can be communication. Then
woo!
One thing.
The party.
One of the number one things I'm sick of is the whole yeah, communication. It's the communication party. Oh yeah, we're all communicating, and we're not. I'm really fucking sick of that. You write to somebody and they're yes, thank you, but here's the new issue of my zine. Can you please send me a bunch of free stuff and spend your time writing me so we can say we are pen pals even though we are talking about something. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with it. No.
I know somebody who's down with it. Anyway, so that's Nicole's zine, Silver Rocket. Del Pass the Buck is our take label. Send stamps for a bunch of stamps to be on the mailing list, a couple stamps for our catalog, big catalog.
Go to the website.
Go to the website, http://members.chalkpod.com/tilde Louisa Lucky Tiger /index.html. I'll write it down, huh?
That's right.
Capital L, capital L, capital T, and Louisa Lucky Tiger, no spaces, thank you.
There's a zine coming out soon. It's going to be the Pass the Buck zine. It's going to rock. I have another issue of pictures of me coming out. And I would just like to say, what is up with me like having like zines named after songs? Because that is like so not me. To have like both my like.
But it's because it's, well, not so much Silver Rocket, but because it's like super fitting. It's not like, let me pick a song I like.
Yeah, it's not.
Because it's like, that's what it is. Okay.
And
okay, so any other projects you might be doing?
yeah, I'm doing a zine for people who identify in any way as being Jewish, and Louisa's helping me. Jewish? And Louisa's helping me out on that.
It's okay, we're Jewish, we can say it.
Helping me
The other day in visual sociology, I was talking about how Peter Pan was very gay, and everyone was appalled, and I was like, I'm queer, I'm allowed to say it, and then they were even more appalled because they didn't know. Thank you.
Who didn't know?
People do a lot to like block things, even though I wear my queer shirt every day.
Like what Mom was talking about in the car today.
Yes, it is.
So like, don't ignore it. Like, people bust out wearing some shirt that says Queer Pride, or as Sean thought it said, Queer Rider.
But then he realized he laughed. Anyway.
It was a funny day. And people still like don't get that she's like not just like supportive. Like, some people are still like that.
Okay. And any other projects? She's doing a Star Wars zine. We're doing a Star Wars zine. Send for it. We're doing a Jewish zine. Send for it. If you're Jewish and you like Star Wars, nope. Any other projects? Send $4. Teenage Nerd Girls, if you're a teenage nerd girl, send something that you wrote about being a teenage nerd girl, anything, any format on a quarter-sized piece of paper. We'll put it in the Teenage Nerd Girls zine with the next volume or volume coming after of our series of tapes for teenage nerd girls. Also, if you are in a band or you play some music and you are a spoken word and you are a teenage nerd girl, you can feel free to send a piece or some pieces for us to put on one of our tapes where it has other people who are teenage nerd girls and they are liking to be teenage nerd girls. Thank you very much. Also, one last thing, if you are interested, Nicole has a tape called 54321. It costs $4. Send us $4 and something, and we could send that to you. Also, $3 for Don't Bother or 6 hours the older tapes. Thank you.
I think Don't Bother got us a grant.
If you have $10, you can get the whole set.
Okay, anything else? Any last words? Buffy was very good tonight, and it made us very sad. And we were so sad after watching Buffy, where she had to kill Angel.
That we almost cried during Dawson's when, like, we didn't give a rat's ass about the grandfather dying. I thought he died in, like, the second episode when they all started crying. I thought he was dead, and he, like, wasn't, but I didn't.
We almost cried, like, 50 times, like, with Jolie and Dawson. Like,
Dawson is a piece of shit. I don't know why he cares. It's just so much Buffy.
Yeah, but we were all emotional.
And Katie likes Buffy.
We were all emotional because of Buffy, and we were like, oh my god! Like, when,
Worst show on television. Ally McBeal.
Yeah, okay.
Second worst show on television.
I don't even know. Ally McBeal wasn't keeping out.
Seinfeld's already off the air.
Woohoo! No. There, any must-see... Okay, if you want to be, like... One thing about Pass the Buck is we wholeheartedly endorse watching television with a critical eye. And, what? I don't know. Stop fucking with me. We watch TV here at Pass the Buck, but Pass the Buck does not endorse any must-see TV shows. That basically says it. We also do not endorse Ally McBeal. Is this my guitar? Yes. Oh. I think the interview's over now. Isn't that pretty? Louisa's gonna have a solo acoustic tape soon, and you can hear the rest of that song. And many other hits from PTV's own Louisa. And the interview is now over. Oh, one more project. Beaver Fever. Coming this summer. In more ways than one. Well, it will be a teen horror classic. Pass the Buck wholeheartedly endorses the X-Files. Pass the Buck's least favorite show is Ally McBeal. Pass the Buck. Oh. You're kidding me. Oh, the interview's over now. We need to do some live. I think we need to send